I know that I'm not easy on the eyes. How you doing over there, Froman?
Rebecca. You can look however you want.
Right? So, thank you for coming. So, I have video.
Okay.
You know, my stalkers are around all the time. I tell you guys that all the time. You know, they like to use color-coded vehicles. I can give you descriptions. I can give you trigger vehicles and color vehicles. And, you know, over the last 12 years, I had to do my own investigating from my own home to find out what's going on, because I've never, ever had a problem with the law ever in my life until I came here. So, but today, you know, I've reported Dominique Martinez several times for stalking and harassing me, and that I believe she's also one of the paid gang stalkers, that she's working for FBI, Department of Homeland Security, Terry Reeves, somebody. Okay? And she's always driving different vehicles. It's amazing the access to the vehicles that she has. But this particular car, I usually hang out in my room. That's my bedroom right there. You know, everyone knows that. You know, my house is under construction. You know, I'm on a fixed income. I'm doing the best I can. You know, I have health problems. So I'm sitting in my room and I'm watching TV and I'm online. And I look up and there's somebody parked right behind my car. What the fuck? I'm getting tired of this shit. 3/4 of my property is fenced off as it is, you know? And so, take my phone, protect myself, get up, come in here. By the time I get to the front door, get it open, and start recording, they're slowly backing out of my driveway. They go from my driveway over to Mario and Joe's house. Now, Mario and Joe has been a problem for me. I have Mario that likes to ride around with, they're either American Native women or they're Mexican Native, however they identify, but they're obviously Indian women. And in one of these cars, it was an economy silver car, and Mario's laying down in the back seat. You know, he's a little dude, and even in an economy car, his legs are barely bent. You know, I have the ambulance that'll sit down here in the dark, and white and black cars driving up, and then the ambulance turn on, these cars pull in. I have it on video. So anyways, Dominique, I'm assuming it's Dominique just by the size and what I got on the video. But this car pulls in and coming out, and I'm recording. I stand here at my door. They're going to see me. You know, come on back. You just trespassed my property. Who are you and what do you want? I couldn't tell the driver because the way the sun was hitting, you know. But I could tell there was a female, an older female on the passenger side. I thought it was a man until I captured them on image over here. And it's a 400 or 500 pound woman with dark hair driving this Chevrolet sedan. They back out of my driveway and they go back over to Mario and Joe's house and they hide behind the trees. They never get out of the car, which is pretty standard of Dominique unless she has to. And they sat there and they sat there and they sat there. I continue to record. So then they pull out, which is what the gang stalkers do, and they come back over here on North Lane 17 and they hide behind the trees right there. They park behind the trees right there.
Like on Lane 17?
Yeah, behind the my trees. So, you know, I'm watching, you know, they see me. You know, eventually the driver, I still can't tell if the driver's male or female or what size until they start turning around. But the person did notify the passenger that I was there and I was recording. And the passenger looked up at me, and then they did a slow U-turn. In the meantime, I've got all these white vehicles going by. But they do a slow U-turn, so I'm able to get a clear description of the car, the tag number, the driver, and the passenger. And they do a U-turn. They go back through lane, they cross Highway 96, go back over to Mario and Joe's house. Hide behind the trees. They never get out of the car. And Red Shorts comes and meets them. I'm assuming...
Red Shorts?
Yeah, I called him Red Shorts in my video because I couldn't identify him at the time. And, you know, I'm narrating my video as I'm recording. But I'm assuming, you know, I see Mario and Joe over there all the time, that it's either Mario or Joe. And more than likely Joe, because Joe does a lot of the yard work. And, so... Yeah. So, I continue to record to see what's going to happen. I mean, they saw me. You trespass. What do you want? Can you come talk to me? You just trespassed my posted property. At the time, I still didn't realize it was Dominique until I went inside and started watching the video. So I narrated the video and I ended it with, well, if they want to talk to me, they'll come back over and I'll record it from there. And I ended the video, and it took me a couple minutes because, you know, I just seem to have a hard time getting justice around here. You know, should I call you guys or shouldn't I to make a report? And I don't know, I just felt like God led me to call you guys again. So I did. And I'm glad you're here. I'd be glad to show you the video. Or
Yeah, I'll take a look at your
Deputy
video.
Johnson likes to send me a link to my text message. So can you do that for
Yes,
me? I
ma'am,
would
I can do
prefer that, sir.
Yep, we can do that.
Okay. And you know, and they know. Dominique's been stalking me for years, sir.
Okay.
So, you know, I would never do this to their property, posted or unposted. You know what I'm saying? So I do want charges. I want identification. I want to know who these people are. I want to know why they keep bothering me. Okay?
Okay.
So you guys have enough information on me to know that I don't go out looking for trouble. I will defend myself. Is it Mizella?
Yeah.
I always say your name wrong.
It's okay.
But I will defend myself if I come face to face with it, and I have that right. It's a stand your ground law, sir. You know, and to be told that I don't deserve any kind of justice because I was trespassed is wrong.
Okay.
So I live in fear in my property and in my person every day. 24 hours a day. If it's not Dominique doing this shit, I have other cars they'll pull it up as close as they can. And the other night there was a little bitty car that pulled right up to my bedroom window. But before I could get up with my phone and record it, they backed out and took off.
Okay.
You know. And I've told you about Jess, the manager her husband works for CDOT. He's been one of my stalkers for years. Ever since I rolled into town, actually. And he likes to drive different cars, too. And when I first came into town, it was the old four-door blue Honda Accord, and it was either a Trans Am or a Camaro, an old one that could have been red or orange that faded. And when I was framed for crimes I never committed by the Lahana Police Department, 2 of the officers came over here and met with our deputies at JR's cafe, and they were driving that same car. And it turns out to be the cop that wrote the false ticket from his desk that framed me. They came over here and was meeting with our cops. So I just want to get that. This is an ongoing problem. You know, I know bad cops want to paint me as a cop hater. I'm not a cop hater.
Okay.
I love righteous men, whether they're serving us or they're walking in the street. You know, we put you guys in power out of trust. We don't put you to rule over us.
Right.
We put you beside us to help us. That's all I want from you guys. You know, if there's an unrighteous cop, I'm going to tell on him.
Okay. So let's just break it down.
Okay.
So I'll send you the link.
Okay,
where
thank
you.
you.
Can do something like that, okay?
And you'll give me a case number.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do that, okay. Simply pulling into someone's driveway doesn't constitute trespass. I don't care about signs, okay?
Okay, why won't you care? But this is private property. I own it.
Because
It's
your driveway
posted.
Is easy. Anybody can use your driveway. To
It's
turn around.
3/4 of my property is
Okay.
fucking
I
fenced.
get that. Okay.
I am posted where it's not fenced.
Okay.
That is trespass.
Okay.
That is unwelcome guest.
Okay.
They
Okay.
were not invited.
I can understand that your view on that, Rebecca. I
It's
can, okay?
the law, Mazzella.
Okay.
It's the law, and
telling you
you
this
know it. You're busy protecting the bad cops and your gang stalkers. That's exactly what you're doing, because nobody in their right minds would go out of their way to bring somebody unrest unless they were getting a profit for it.
I'm not
Period.
gonna go,
Promotions,
Rebecca,
time off, a raise,
Rebecca, I'm not
fucking
gonna go
a
issue
gift card
somebody
for
a
their
ticket.
time.
I'm not going to go issue somebody a ticket because they were turning around and they mistook an address.
even though she's a constant problem, and I've
We don't even know
constantly.
if it's her. We don't even
No,
know
we know it's
Okay,
her. When I
you
send you the video,
said it
you'll clearly
yourself.
see.
Okay, you said it yourself.
So when you
weren't
see
sure
it's
who it was.
her, what will you do?
When I do what?
When you get the video and you see that it's her, what will you do?
I don't know. Okay, there's no proven thing with any stalker behavior you've had. None.
Oh, bullshit, Mazzella.
I'm telling you that right now.
Okay, guys, well, you heard this cop, even though there's like 3 court cases in their corrupt administrative courts, framing me for crimes that I never committed by Richard Medina and all of his brothers, including
I'll send you
his...
that link.
Yeah, you
Okay.
send me that link because you guys are all in bed together. Send me the
If you
link.
wanna
Give
keep
me a
talking about
case number.
non-existent
You know
things,
what? I don't trust you
then
as far as I
we're
can
gonna go ahead
speak
and
you. I
leave,
think
okay?
you're a fake cop, Miss Ella.
Rebecca, you take care of yourself.
Yeah, you're supposed to be helping me take care of myself, you tyrant. You traitor fucking tyrant. You deserve charges. And after due process of law, Guantanamo Bay, sir. Was your body cam on? Yeah, you fuckers. Don't listen to that creep. He's teaching you wrong.